Everyday people in Boston will have a night of celebration and recognition November 7th at the Strand Theater. To tell us about this year's Image Awards and Hair, Fashion, and Gospel Show is the main organizer, Mr. GBOS. Also with us is a participant in the show, appearing on the cover of GBOS magazine, Jimmie Battle. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Also, Mr. GBOS, the everyday people, that's sounds like no big deal, but these are really impressive people we're talking about here.
These are, it's the who's of who's that will be there, from salon stylist to Charlene Carroll, who's the icon. She's a platform hair artist. We have Muriel, and she's the undisputed queen of locks, along with her daughter Peaches, and we're introducing a new lock stylist from Kenya by the name of Mike from Mike's Locks and Chops. So we have a variety of things going on that evening. We have artists, Andre Yvonne, who wrote a song. He promised God every time he went into the studio, he would write something for him because he has cancer. So finally, he wrote a song called By the Grace of God that's being performed live with a choir behind them. And Byron Wimbush from America's Got Talent, he lives here in Boston. He'll be a part of it.
Jimmie, talk about what you're going to be doing in this event.
Well, I had actually came out with, I was actually on the cover of 2 magazines, so we're going to be premiering that, as well as promoting the new models that had came on with the Everyday People production. It's going to be a show to graduate them and, to show off everything that we have.
So people must be wondering, how do you get started on being a model? I mean, aside from having, a great physique and a nice face, but, how does that happen?
It was a blessing, I would say. Again, a lot of doors open. When one opportunity closed, just know that in the future there's another door that's going to open. And again, I was working at a hotel at the time that I had met GBOS. I was coming home from the gym. It was pretty late at night. And he was handing out flyers for an upcoming show that he was hosting. He had seen me. I was listening to some Alice in Chains in that time. He was trying to get my attention. Once he did get my attention, that's when we got the ball rolling. He liked my style at that time. I was fit. I was getting ready to play for the following season, which was this past year, and from there, it was just all done.
Mr. GBOS, what does that mean? You liked his style?
Well, what's happened is I have a signature walk that I developed 30 years ago called GBOS Basics, the new way to model. And I train both male and female kids, teens and adults. And there's a structured walk for men. And he had this really unique walk. He was like a stride.
His talk's not so bad either.
No, sir. And he was very receptive to me speaking with him. He talked. He'd taken off his earphones, and I told him what was going on. He came into the audition rehearsal, and the rest is history. He joined my workshop, which is a workshop that develops skills in walking and business etiquette and techniques. So he's going to be graduating, Jimmie Battle. He's going to be graduating the night of the show, Saturday, November 7th.
Jimmie, for some people, that kind of walk can lead to stardom, whether on magazine covers or even as entertainers. But you're juggling multiple possibilities here. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, again, like I said, when one door closes, another door opens. I just like to have, multiple opportunities and make sure I get somewhere. I do see myself, succeeding with this company, as well as anything that I put my mind to, and that's what Everyday People is all about. People overcoming everyday obstacles and succeeding in their life. So again, I just plan to take every opportunity that I can get, and run with the ball.
You run the ball. You're doing it also in football too, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're studying. Explain your point, because a lot of people say they're going to end up with that study track in their life, maybe. But I guess modeling is something that can make that possible too.
Yeah, the most definitely. Schools, you just always got to have something under the belt, a degree. Education is the most important thing in life.
Sure, it is.
Knowledge is power, that's what I believe. One book can lead to, hopes and dreams, and, having books around is one thing that gave me hope, and
Who do you credit for that, by the way, having the books around?
I would say, a lot of the friends that I grew up with back home in Taunton, most definitely they were an influence on my life. And then, just the situation that I was born into, seeing, everybody else succeeding as I was growing up, just by, reading a couple of paragraphs in a book, a few chapters, that's what inspired me, again, a lot of truth or, lie in books, and, that's where I believe the knowledge is power, A lot of people need to harness that. And
Mr. GBOS, it seems that your event to a great extent is about letting us find inspiration in what different people do in the city. And I know you mentioned people who are involved in style and entertainment, but you have people who do jobs that are very important, maybe not glamorous jobs.
Sure.
They're teachers, they're public officials.
We have honored school teachers, doctors, lawyers who have made a difference in the lives of other people in the community. They've given back. Community groups and organizations. We're honoring outstanding inspirational pastors of the year. So this is the year of the pastors. Grant AME Male Chorus is up for Best Male Chorus of the Year, over maybe 25 male choruses from different churches. So we have a variety. I'm very grateful because this is my 50th year anniversary celebrating. It was October 20th, 1968 at New England Life Hall, which is now Borders Bookstore on Clarendon Estate, where I did my first show, 1968. And I started when I was 14, singing in church, so 1965 to 2015 is 50 years, and I'm grateful for my talent. As I mentioned to you earlier, I come from 7 boys and 1 girl. And we had hand-me-downs, the boys. We never had new shoes, new suits, new clothes. And so everything was handed down. We lived at the Goodwill 3 days a week, getting clothes. So we weren't rebellion or anything at all about new clothes. But I have 4 talents and gifts. One, I am an award-winning men's fashion designer of men's clothes. I have a new collection, a couple of shirts coming out the night of the show that Jimmie will be wearing, and also other front cover model Darius White. And we're introducing a new male model by the name of Marcus Hall. So that's what the GBOS Image Awards is, introducing people, making new friends, and meeting new people. And we're very excited.
Jimmie, talk about that, just the chance to meet people, the kind of people that Mr. GBOS was talking about.
Again, it's a great opportunity. It goes back to opening new doors, the possibility to network with new people, new artists, hear what they're coming out with, when it comes to tracks, music, hear their message. Everybody's got a story to tell, so that's a good thing to hear, because when you meet these new people, you get inspired with their stories and where they're coming from, and how they want to succeed and where they want to go in life. So that's another thing that keeps me inspired, and that's one of the things that I look forward to when it comes to working with Mr. GBOS and meeting new agents. And
Mr. GBOS, talk about what it's like to be at this event, because you're doing this at the Strand, venerable old theater, great acoustics, just a nice place to see a show.
It is. I first started at the Strand in 1985. WOC, Women of Color. They have changed it. We're excited. We're using the orchestra and mezzanine, and we're filming there. And there's different award recipients, such as yourself. You are one of the award recipients with the Lifetime Achievement Award for your contribution to journalism. So congratulations to you.
Thank you very much for that.
And so it's an exciting evening. We have a VIP blue carpet reception earlier that day, and we're just excited about the award recipients.
And we should mention, if people want to find out more,
sure,
maybe if they want to attend, what's the best way to follow up?
They can call 617-319-4864, 617-319-4864. 888-888-8264 and leave a voice message and number, and we'll call them back. We're looking for hairstylists, makeup artists, and models.
All right, thank you both very much, Mr. GBOS.
Thank
and
you.
Jimmy Battle.
Thank you so much.
We'll have more news in just a moment.